Few places are richer in tradition, more steeped in nostalgia than this old horseshoe on the banks of the R2NC, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. And the scarlet and gray have this place rocking already. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the #3 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. First down for this offense. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll start this drive with a pass. Might be looking to run. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Pass on the way, it's picked off. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Irish. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
You always want to come out and set the tone as a defense. Get a stop, make a punt. How about this? Get the INT and take it back to the house. Way to set the tone for this defense early.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
That makes the score Notre Dame 7, Ohio State 0.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on second down. Now on the option. Now the pitch. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Lets it fly. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field, throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter. I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. Saw a great example of it right there.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Now improvising. Slings it downfield. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, dude.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's complete to the left. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done. On
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he gives himself up, but not before he moves those sticks.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised. And initially, he's flushed out of the pocket. Nothing's open. And he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's like a pinball with attitude out there, hammering ahead to the 30.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy on the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation now becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early on this opening drive for them. They're doing a nice job running the football. They're on 3rd down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
Finds his big tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stuff.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver of the middle of the field.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Lets it fly. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their wind.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set.
It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. This noise, this crowd, and you can feel the jolt of energy going through the Buckeyes.
Well, everybody loves 5-yard runs, Reese, but come on, let's get real. When you're chucking the ball down the field and you got great quarterback play and wide receivers out wide that are making plays, fans go nuts, and the Horseshoe is one of the loudest places in all of college football.
Have a day. We're in the first quarter, and already he's over 100 yards receiving.
This is ridiculous. Obviously, this coaching staff, they made a concerted effort and decision to get this guy involved in the game on offense early. They are doing exactly that.
Zings it complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll run the option. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Makes the grab. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Notre Dame 14, Ohio State 10.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. The give to the lone running back. Still running at the 40. And the ball's on the ground.
Man.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one.
And they'll take over 1st and 10.
So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Buys a little time with his feet. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
That really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
Works the middle of the field. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these 3rd and shorts and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up a 1st and goal.
Trying to bully their way in. And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Fighting Irish! A methodical drive, and they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside, and he clumps it up inside the 20. Kicking team's got it. Touchdown, Irish! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Got some work to do here on 2nd and 8 from the 20. He's looking to throw. Showing the arm strength to the left. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play. And you know the line they kick around at Ohio State, Woody Hayes, forward pass, 2 of the 3 things that can happen are bad. Woody had dudes like this, he'd be spinning that magic bean all over this place.
You ain't lying. My, how times have changed. Now it is pass, pass, pass. Find explosive playmakers like this on the outside. Get them the football.
And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Let's not overcomplicate things. My guy is better than all of your guys. No matter how I give it to him, I'm going to keep feeding. That's over 150 yards now. What a day for this wide receiver.
Quarterback checking off. They'll throw it from the red zone. can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, we know down here when you're throwing into the end zone, the windows are so small. Ball gets tipped like that, there are a lot of defenders lurking around. QB's lucky that one wasn't picked.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. On the option. He'll pitch it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He looks that one in nicely. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Okay, ready?
And the Buckeyes will try to pick it up on 4th down.
29 Philly, 2-9 the Hornet.
Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. On 4th down, looking to pass. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
He'll pull it down and run. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
He's going to run it. They make the stop, but he knew exactly how much he needed and where he needed to get for that first down.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a 2nd and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense now.
Going for the big play. Catch and stride inside the 15. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
They'll try to pop the draw. Slam to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
He's going to pass. Pressure coming. Showing the arm strength down the left side.
You know, it's really tough. It's tough to be a DB because you can't get there too early. You can't get there too late. He gets there perfect timing and gets the deflection.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to get the first through the air. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The completion well past the sticks. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on 1st down and just about turned the thing over.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Couldn't connect on that last play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 42. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's not afraid to go deep. And it's picked off at the goal line. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Notre Dame, 35. Ohio State, 10.
They're just about ready to kick it away.
Number 14, set to kick it away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. They'll start the third quarter with the run. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Running back searching for a hole. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Well, they get another big run for a first down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They're getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
Pocket starts to collapse. Catch in the middle. It's McCord. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
From the gun, running back on the move. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll run play action. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. He's got it. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And the beatdown has ensued. With that latest touchdown pass, might be a good time to mention Brady Quinn threw 6 touchdown passes against BYU. That record might be in jeopardy.
And that's a good day. If you're starting to talk about that already, you know he's spinning it. He's in the zone. He's feeling it, reading the defense, everything coming out on target. He is having himself a day.
42, Ohio State, 10.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25.
Take over, 1st and 10.
Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking downfield. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. He was showing off those wide receiver skills out of the backfield, making that diving grab.
And if you're going to be a running back nowadays, you're going to the wide receiver drills during practice. Like, you have to be a weapon that we can use all over the field. And you see why. He's got mitts. He looks like a wide receiver.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But This offense just can't find a way to get it going, and I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
He's now got 78 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. On the run, fires downfield. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? Touchdown, Irish! And the punishment has been extended.
Number 87.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good, and put 1 more on the lead. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now how? And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
There's something you don't see very often. A sack on a screen pass. You know, quarterbacks are taught to hold the ball, hold the ball, hold the ball, and then get rid of it right before the rush gets to you. But that time, I think he just held on to it a little too long.
What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? Here comes the option. Now the pitch. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's looking deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Here come the Irish back on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Notre Dame. And And the stomping has commenced.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Auburn is in serious trouble right now. I hope that coach is renting and not buying there on the plains, because that could be a bad investment.
Number 15, set to kick off.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Trying to find his man on first down. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
Hoping to find one that works this time on second down from the 7. On the option. Now the toss. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Blasted as he lets it go. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. The Buckeyes line up to punt it away.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over, because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
Ready to get moving. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think Jesse maybe give it to him again, or do you say, hey, QB, put that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Notre Dame 56, Ohio State 10.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break.
Here we go.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Takes a hit as he fires. Finds his big tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down.
First down for the offense.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his big tight end. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Leaves it with the back. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles, well over 100.
Just plowing ahead. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And the route is on. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He slings it deep to the left. It's complete. A huge pickup. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Every once in a while, you have a dude roll out in the scarlet and gray, and they have a day. Terry Glenn, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Santonio Holmes. This guy might be matching up with him by the end of the day.
Well, the sad thing is I could also name 5 other guys off the top of my head who are superstars, too. They always find those guys out wide that are big, fast, and create separation. They find them, and they make big plays, and he's doing it here today.
They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the right. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
But trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He'll just keep slinging it. Fires to the wideout. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
Might as well stick with him. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Here's the handoff. Oh, what a move. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. To the ground with the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And this is exactly where you're going to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense. And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
No big secret what they're trying to do here. They've kept it on the ground. It's 1st and 10. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field, but